Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, it's Regit, and it's another updatey day, because it's time to do a bit more of the update stuff. There hasn't been anything massively new, at least nothing new that you didn't see in the video before with the Cat Claw Dojo, but just some things that I have not yet covered. So firstly, there is the Gamatoto fellow, who was previously capped at a level cap of 50. So if I use a Catamin to shorten him by 3 hours, then that, I've made a terrible mistake. Now I have to wait nearly 2 minutes to do another Catamin. I will be back. And finally, my faux pas passed. Let's use another Catamin. And there we go. He's been shortened by 1 hour, so his expedition is over. And as you can see, he can now go past level 50. He gains XP once again, and that goes on the XP bar. And now he has a level cap of level 58. So hopefully that will help him get a few more resources, like he did here, finding us an uber rare cat's eye, which is brilliant. I'm glad he did. Actually being useful, Gamatoto. That's very nice of you. Let's send you off once again and move on to the next part of this, which I said I'd do. And this is the awakening of the Sports Day cat. So I've been referencing the online tutorials, and I've got a basic idea of what kind of army I need, but I decided to sort of try and put my own cats in there and not directly copy off, which probably means we'll lose, but it's worth trying anyway. We'll give it a go. Sweat and Tears Expert is the first stage of this, and then there'll be an insane stage, and then we'll be guaranteed to get the true form of the Sports Day cat. But hopefully we'll be able to do the first level at the very least. So let's engage a speed up and press attack, and into the battle we go. Just thought I'd have a speedy time, don't know why. Right, so we've got ourselves a Captain Ahab combo, cat base defense up, not very useful, and then legs for days. But I thought I'd include these units just because they're useful for this sort of thing anyway. We've brought also along with us the Jingle Bells cat, which don't worry, there will be a Cat Fruit Evolution video of it. I'm just kind of doing strange timeline stuff because I wanted to use this cat otherwise. So, on to the enemy of this stage. It is in fact a load of cats with a big smashy pole and a blindfolded cat. It's quite terrifying really, but we've got vicious fire from our crazed dragon. We've got a decent standing up cat army, and we should be fine by stacking our dragons and such. We should be good. And this is an issue I've seen many times. I am almost completely sure my finger has gone nowhere near the cat cannon, yet it shoots anyway without a CPU. I'm not sure if that's my imagination, but I have seen it happen a lot, and it's strange, and I don't quite understand it. But now we're going to engage our Super Galaxy Cosmo, who should stand behind our big stack and start dealing with things like this annoying black otter that we have here, who, if left undealt with, could prove to be a massive problem. But he's gone, so that's good. Super Galaxy Cosmo a bit late on his attack to really do anything there. It looks like the enemies on the expert stage aren't going to be too much trouble. I think this will largely be fine. And yeah, it looks like we pretty much got this, and I'm glad that we have, because this is an expert stage, and I don't want to lose in an expert stage because that would just reflect very badly. So, we've done that. Now, on to the insane. So we're going to do the same thing once again, engaging ourselves a speed up and going into it, because as of looking at a tutorial, it took the tutorialist, everyone knows who it's going to be anyway, 10 minutes to do the stage. And then there's me trying to do the stage, which means it would probably take longer, which is why I'm going to bring a speed up to this. So let's press attack once again, and into the battle we go. The cat looking on helpfully, and partly laughing at me that I didn't get to any further stage in the Battle Cats art competition. But there we go. Things are things, but in any case we have a kind of, I don't know, a group of undesirables holding a cat hostage, heading towards us. Looks like the first one that we got here isn't going to be too much trouble, which leads me to think that there will be a lot more of them. Oh, wow, yes, okay. Right, Black Gories, Galories. That was a joke. It was supposed to sound like galore, but I don't think that was very clear. But anyway, it looks like we've got a bit of a problem here. Do we have enough to quickly save up for our Super Galaxy Cosmo? And will we have? I think we might need to retry this. Go! No! Oh, they're at the base. We'll give it another go. Right, as we try this level again, I think a better tack to start off with would be to just meat shield from this imposing force and build up enough monies to get ourselves our Super Galaxy Cosmos. So I imagine the Raindies and Gories aren't going to come flooding out until we've hit the base. So, as long as we keep our Manic Eraser here, and he seems to be lasting for quite a long time, and just build up our Worker Cat and monies and such, we should be able to build a large wall with which we can force forward and not be defeated by the Gories and Raindies. Once again, me forgetting that my Worker Cat is full, because this is actually going surprisingly well. Manic Eraser lasts for a long time, allowing us to upgrade our Worker Cat, which is already at level 6, now level 7. Get ourselves another Eraser Cat, as that one's probably about to go, or not. No, they're lasting quite a while, actually. And now we're level 8. Worker Cat, excellent. So now all that remains to do is save up until we have pretty much full monies, and then we'll just start going on the offensive with our Super Galaxy Cosmo and such, which I might spawn soon, just so we can get a bit into the recharge time should we need to spawn him again. In fact, I'm going to do that. So let's start getting some more cats, and then we're going to advance forward. Let's get ourselves an island cat, and then get going towards the base. And when the Gories and Raindies come out, I will unengage the speed up so we can be more focused, I guess, on the situation and be able to have more control over it. So, Super Galaxy Cosmo resets his attack. He's going to have to try and do it all again. Or, yeah, he is. Slow bloke, but hopefully with his range he can stay behind this well enough. And we can already see that these guys are helping brilliantly to form a wall. The Jingle Jingle Bells cat using its ability brilliantly, which will be discussed in the Cat Fruit Evolution video that will be coming in the future. I just thought I'd find even better stages to specifically use it in, and I've got a couple in mind. But Super Galaxy Cosmo at the moment seems to be being an MVP, doing his job of being slow, but ultimately staying behind my massive wall of cats, and my storage is almost full. Well, that's wonderful to know. Can you go away, please? Right, okay, so the wall still stands. It looks like the storage has not knocked it over. And the Gories, although annoying, are just staying there. And the, I think they're called Rampage Cats or some such, the true form, is staying there behind our big stack of dragons, whales, and various meat shielding elements. In fact, this seems to be going rather well, and I'm pleased. So we're going to engage our speed up once again, and then just keep spamming our wall, and we should be absolutely fine, especially with the large amount of monies that are coming in. And so yeah, a few Raindies, few Gories, I imagine they might keep coming out. We're going to have a lot of these true form cats, but we should ultimately be fine. The wall's thinning out a little bit, which is worrying. I might unspeed up again just so we can build it back up a little bit, but hopefully if we just keep bringing on the units, there shouldn't be any trouble. We've got tanky enough units, they're hypermaxed enough to a point where we should be fine for completing this level, and it should be all good. And in a Regit unheard of nature, we're only using one Uber in a strategy, which is completely unbelievable. But yeah, it looks like Super Galaxy Cosmo is doing his good old job of charging up his big move and then knocking him back with a whoosh. And at the moment, no Gories, which is a welcome sight, because Gories can be very annoying indeed. So, the amount of times I've said so, just starting new sentences while we do basically the same thing over and over again. It looks like the true form enemy cats are back towards the base, so they're not going to be moving forward too much. They can't really be knocked back much more. And it looks like we've pretty much got this. As long as we can stay at the base, the Gory's providing a little bit of trouble. Yeah. And Super Galaxy Cosmo indeed finishes it off with a brilliant shot, a drop reward of the rare unit Sports Day Cat's true form. And now, I believe we can go and get that. Here's our Sports Day Cat, which was hidden by Kidnapper Cat, so it confused me for a little while. But luckily we found it, and we can click the big Evolve button, which we are going to do now, and it turns into Rampage Cats. No one wanted to pay the ransom, so they just made the tank into a banner of victory. Morally ambiguous efficiency. Excellent! Well, we got our Rampage Cats, but according to a certain YouTube description that I read, these are actually worse than Kidnapper Cats. It's interesting to think that the true form is actually worse, although that can sometimes happen. Some forms are better than other ones, even though other ones are evolved. For example, when you have Cat Burger, a lot more people use Cat Burger as a meat shielding unit than Cat Royale as a sort of, I don't know, just unit within itself that's a lot more expensive. But this, it remains to see if these are going to be good or not. I don't think they're particularly game-changing cat units, but it's nice to have completed another stage, and I'm very glad of that. Next, hopefully, unless there's some more update stuff to cover, will be the Jingly Jingle Bells Cat Fruit Evolution. So I hope you look forward to that, and I hope you enjoyed.